that has weekly bulk pickup? I'm not sure, I mean, it's.
Why not
it's
put out this bid though? You know,
Well, what we're saying, we're getting a better deal than Wyandotte, I'm not sure it's apples to apples with Wyandotte. If they're not getting bulk pickup, then we're paying for something they're not.
I don't know how much we're gonna
Different
save on
company.
bulk pickup because,
I don't know either, that's
Because-
why I was
because
saying,
we're-
I'd like
we're
to see
paying
the
for it.
pricing.
I mean, all we're doing, they're just picking that up extra with the cans. They're still going to the dump. We're paying for it on tipping fees.
Yeah, but we pay them, I'm gonna get off on a side tangent, but we pay them to do this every week, and if you
Right.
read the contract, it should cover everything except, you know, car parts and.
Building material.
Yeah, we had to pay them 30 grand to do pickups for a flood, everything that somebody would have put out from their basement is covered in our contract, and yet it cost us 30 grand for them to just do it, so there's a cost there. They
We
felt like-
actually added that into the contract also.
Well, I saw the emergency services thing, and again, I'm saying, what would somebody put out, or what did somebody put out the week after the flood that isn't already covered? We wanted to get it done faster, we didn't want this stuff accumulating on lawns, I get that, but theoretically, in 5 business days, GFL should have picked up everything that anybody took out of their basement, unless they had a car engine down there. But everything else is covered in the old contract and the new contract. So, they think there's a cost to that.
Do they, let me cut you off real quick, I was looking too, I forgot to look earlier. You know, in the old contract, the missed pickup, we could charge them anywhere from $50 to $100 per missed
Right.
pickup. Is that in this contract as well?
Yes.
Okay.
But they do have an opportunity to
To
get
this
it before.
last one.
Right.
I think
And
you
then
actually
24 hours.
We need to
you
monitor
covered
that
it in
one.
this
I
contract.
did.
It was 50, you made it 100.
I did.
Yeah. I think we wanna track it and actually charge it this time, but
I agree.
I like-
That's why I did
I like
that.
the fact that it's up to $100.
It gives them a little more initiative to straighten out sooner once they get a couple of noise.
Of course, we lose some costs too.
Right. We had that information that it was 5,200 of them over the course of 2.5 years, so we don't know how many of those were remedied by noon the next day, but it was a sizable number.
It did get a lot better as you just saw in the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they switched out foremen or something, and
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
9 days or,
what you guys think or how you want
yeah, some direction.
Keith to proceed, I mean,
Well, if I understood what I just heard then, I mean, even if you approved a 3-year contract, you could essentially take it out to bid 12 months from now and consider the options, if there's a termination clause in there.
We have 6 months, right? As long as we notify them, we can, within 6 months.
If that's the case, I would ask that you consider what's in front of you with any additional modifications like the subcontracting, and then Richard can work with Keith, you know, at sometime whenever the bidding cycle is to our benefit, and, you know, look at the options.
Yeah, so if we decided we wanted to start, you know, after 6 months, we have to give them at least a year to, you know, so, you know, like, that bid wouldn't go into effect because they would have to be able to get the vehicles. You know, that's what hurt us this time.
But I would expect that we would likely have to consider a 5 or 6 year option.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that, and I don't have a problem with that as long as it's, you know, cheaper. But, you know, in the same sense, they're devil's advocate, you know, if one person put in again.
But the good thing is if you're locked into the 3 years
Yeah,
and
you're
it
right.
doesn't
Yeah.
work to our benefit, then we
Yes,
continue
right.
on.
Yeah. That was true.
We can bid without notifying them that we want to end the
Terminate,
contract.
right. I mean, they would obviously see that we're bidding.
Right.
They can also terminate from us too.
Right.
They could do the
Which
same.
is also true.
Yeah.
so Mr.
Surprise.
Coach, you, from a purchasing perspective, do you see any concerns with us? I'm kind of a big critic here, but I'm also leery of, you know, awarding a 3-year contract with an intent to possibly rebid a year from now because the contract allows us to do it. I mean, is that, it's in the contract, it's allowable. I don't want to do anything that someone could deem
Well, that's what
poor bargaining. I don't think it's legal.
Yeah, so you would just,
I mean, here's the offset of
Not
that.
in good faith.
GFL had a legal opportunity to renew our
It may
contract
hurt you
after
in the
3
future,
years.
even with other bids, because now the price is out, you know what the prices are gonna be for the next 2 years if you bid after the first year. And, you know, word gets out, even other contracts, people will find out.
Well, that's
too.
why I'm asking the
Yeah.
question. I mean, this contract was a 3-year contract with opportunities to renew. The pricing was locked in with 3.5% increases. GFL had an opportunity to accept that. They said, you know what, we're good, we're gonna pass, we won't renew, but if you allow us to zap you for 17%, we can move forward. So they took advantage of that provision of the contract.
Yeah.
I could argue then that this provision to get out within 6 months is an allowable piece of the contract, just like they walked away from pricing. But I would be concerned that it might hurt us with future bids if our reputation is that we award you a 3-year and we look to get out 12 months later.
Or you take the risk of having bids coming back.
Because they're building a contingency into, I don't know.
But on the same token, if we do that, I'm not saying 6 months, but maybe a year and a half from now, instead of awarding a 3-year contract, now we're gonna make it a 6-year contract. So now they have more of an incentive to give us a fair pricing.
Right.
You know, if we went back with a
Right.
3-year, you know,
And it might give, you know,
Yeah.
GFL an opportunity to say, okay, well, we know if you wanna go long-term with us, we're willing to cut some
yeah,
costs on that.
6,
Yeah.
8 year, this is what we're gonna do, but we're
Right.
going back out in a year and a half.
Yeah,
And we're gonna get the best pricing for the residents
yeah,
of the
and
city.
it'll take us.
Not only the residents, for us, because we all live here.
The only, I'm trying to think everything that we're talking about and timing, the only part that probably has me a little bit concerned is, we will be at the end of life of the garbage can cycle. So I think that was a 10-year bond that right now that's all included in our proposed contract
That's a
right now.
good point.
In the next year and a half to 2 years, the bond or the debt will be retired, but so will the life of the garbage cans. They will have met their expectation. And Jason, that was $3 million of acquisition cost of garbage cans?
Roughly about 3 million, I mean, to personally, my cans are in good shape, but like I said, I don't know what the rest of the city cans look like, but. Yeah. But again, obviously, if we got 10-year bond, you're extending the bond to the ultimate last useful life.
Right now, this 3-year contract includes them maintaining all those cans. If you extend it 2 more
Replacing
years, it
cans.
continues that as well. That's the only part that would give me a little bit of anxiety. And again, I don't know what the right answer is. I mean, I hear you loud and clear, and, you know, we've learned a lot in this, but at the end of the day, it's still a pretty good price for some, you know, for a high level of service.
And through the chair, just to answer Councilman Reserve's question, there's no answer, this hasn't been done before to my knowledge, so if that decision was to be made, how that would affect our future bids, I have no idea, unfortunately. First time that we run into this issue, so.
That's fair. There's mine right now, so you got all your marching orders?
No, I'm kind of confused. Actually, this is what I got. I mean,
Delete section 5.
Section 5, yeah.
yeah, I deleted that part. I got that part.
They could subcontract with it, you know, as long as it's, you know, like if they need to rent a truck, you know, to fulfill their duty.
Right.
I think we're all okay with that, like, we don't want.
Well, that's just rent a truck, that's not subcontract.
Right, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't think they rent drivers with that, I think they just rent a truck.
Yeah, then strict all of that.
Yeah, I'll just strike that one off. And so we're gonna try to get itemized rates, which I asked for before. So I don't know how successful I'm gonna be in there. They may give us one, but it might not be available, you know. And the other one is language regarding future negotiations. I got 12 months, if that's good, or you want to do 15.
Whatever.
I would say 12. But
Yeah, I'm gonna 12. Yeah. Now, is that at the end, into the second year, going into the third year, is that?
End of the sentence.
Yeah, that would have to be, it would
It'd have to
be,
be.
it'd be at the second year, yeah, so, okay, and no subcontract, those are the only things I got, is them 3 things.
The year for item 5, we're keeping in the that they can't assign the contract without permission, right?
We're just gonna strike 5.
We're just taking it right out of the end, right?
Would we want to keep that in though, that they can
The assignment
transfer,
piece of
delegate the
five.
contract to someone else?
No, I think if it, like with Midwestern, when they, with a sale, I think it should come back to city council for approval.
Well, do we want to say at least no subcontracting without
I think
mutual
you take
agreement?
it out altogether.
But then it's not addressed at all.
Oh,
Right.
I see what you're saying. So
I
just
think
instead of
keeping
leaving.
I just put,
silent-
I could put something there that says, no subcontracting unless upon mutual agreement of both parties.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with what
Yeah, I
she's
think
saying,
that
though.
first line still needs to be kept in, that they can't assign this contract to
Okay.
someone else without our permission.
Yeah, yep.